Why did I move here? Once a family man. So, we'd play ball and sit in the sun, but, well, you know.
Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Adam. Welcome back to the PC Gaming Brotherhood, and today I thought we'd have just a little nice walk around Los Santos and have a chat about GTA 6, which is on the horizon for either this year or next year. We're months away from release, guys. We're months away from release. How is that? Oh my gosh, like the world has been waiting for GTA 6 for such a long time, and I just thought, well, let's get in and talk about what we can expect in GTA 6 while we have a little walk around GTA 5. Now, I haven't read or heard anything official for what actually is. I'm unaware of any leaks. I'm unaware of any known information, you know, from anybody. I haven't watched anything but the trailer. So what I'll do is I'll probably overlay the trailer as well on this, right? But I want to just give my thoughts on what I forecast what will actually be in the GTA 6, the 6th. Well, it's not really the 6th, is it? Because yeah, GTA 3. Then there was 2 more before 4, you know, and then of course we got 5. So I mean, if anything, this is probably like the 9th or 10th iteration of Grand Theft Auto. And if we look back at the past, we can kind of see where the future is going, because like GTA 1, the first one, that literally had the entire world of Grand Theft Auto inside one game. It had the locations of San Andreas, Vice City, Liberty City, like all of it in one game, and it was pretty groundbreaking for its time. Didn't come out to great favorable reviews, and obviously, you know, lawyers got involved with the violence aspect. But when they did number 2, it was perceived as not really pushing the boat, so again didn't get a lot of praise. But when number 3 came out, they basically reinvented the wheel, you know, for 3D world games, because Liberty City, which was I think the city that it was hosting, obviously based off New York, was a living, breathing city at the time, and it did feel immersive with the sounds, with all the little details added, like the radio stations. Like, they had basically taken what they had and just ramped everything to 100, and it was like cinematic. It was a proper engaging story. It even had, you know, some famous people with the voices, but I don't think it was really until Vice City that they actually stretched their legs, because that's when they took the money that they'd made from number 3 and put it to good use. And Vice City became like everyone's go-to at the time. You know, it had a stellar soundtrack. It had extra things to do, you know, like collecting packages, and like just the story was great as well. It was really like Scarfacery, obviously meant to mirror Miami, and it was just it was a great vibe of a city as well. So the difference between 3 and Vice City, which would be 4, I guess, but I think Vice City was meant to be kind of almost like an expansion add-on more than an actual game, but it obviously was an actual game. But the differences between the two were night and day. I feel absolutely stellar. And then of course, you know, for me, my favorite one they did next, San Andreas, and again they took every aspect of that and they increased it by like 3-fold, and they added more things to do. The Los Santos and all the areas of Vinewood really became like a living, breathing city. You had the hills, you had the desert, You had 3 almost islands, I think, to explore. There was just so much to do. Every aspect of the game as well had been sort of revamped in terms of like how you would fire a gun and how you would collect, and even like a health system. You know, if you ate crap food, you put on weight, and if you went to the gym, you muscled up. Like, there was just so much hidden detail in that game. I think it is a real standout in the series, I feel. Their best work to date. And then, you know, with Liberty City or Grand Theft Auto 4, they seem to dial it back because it's a smaller city, and it's more condensed, more lifelike actually than San Andreas, which was a massive big game compared to number 4. But this is the first HD in the series, and then of course now we've got number 5. So the difference between 5 and 4 is massive, because obviously the scale of the map is bigger, but so are the things that you can do. Like, every, again, aspect has been, you know, reinvented almost. And I feel that's kind of what's going to happen with number 6. They're going to take every single aspect of what we do in number 5 and reinvent the wheel with it. And obviously, since number 4 to number 5, and since number 5 has been released, they have released other games like Red Dead Redemption 2, which again is such a beautiful, you know, world and game to play if you're into westerns and that. Oh, hello, there's the Griswolds. But also the mechanics of that game have been redone, like the wanted system. If you compare it to number 5, it's completely different. You know, witnesses can dob you in type of thing, whereas police just tend to show up at your location here. They tend to know where you are, but then they'll look for you, and you know, if you can lose them. And you know, it's not really based like it is on Red Dead Redemption 2, where, you know, if they will look for you and they will find you based on your location. But in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can hide your appearance, change your clothes, and that also loses them. Obviously, you can change your clothes here, but you can't put a mask on your face. You can't change much. You have to change cars to lose them, or lose sight of the police, or have the police lose sight of you. Like, that's the way it kind of works. In other words, the mechanics for the wanted system are really quite different between 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, and I feel number 6 is going to work very similar, perhaps to Red Dead Redemption 2, as opposed to number 5. I think obviously the texturing is going to be a lot more detailed. Like, if I look at these textures here, you know, like, everything for me is on highest graphics, but look at these textures. They look very blocky. If you look close up, they don't actually look like proper, say, 4K-ish. You know, I've got my game at 2K mode, but in all honesty, there won't be much difference in detail between this and having it in 4K. You would just see, if anything, the pixelation even worse. But the detail is still there. And these graphics, I feel, I don't know if they've actually had an update since the game was released back in 2013. So that's a long time. That's generations ago in terms of hardware. And I think that the texturing is going to be like 5 times better in GTA 6. So the visual world, just by the textures alone, will have a fidelity increase, I think. You know, obviously this is all speculation. Cheers, mate. Thanks for letting me pass. This is all speculation. None of this is confirmed or known. This is just my thoughts. But yes, I do believe the world, from what we see in the trailer as well, although you can never really go by trailers, is going to look vastly different. Now, also another thing that affects the visuals is obviously the lighting, the shading, and the coloring, the reflections, all those dynamic under the hood features that really give a realistic life. I think it's going to be perhaps similar to what we got in the enhanced edition here, because this is taking, you know, this is taking advantage of modern graphic card features, ambient occlusion, you know, ray tracing and all that, but I just think it'll be more refined, more better. If you think Red Dead Redemption 2 and then go beyond that, I think that's what we're actually going to see. I think this looks like GTA 5 looks as good as it can do because it's got built on an old architecture, but the architecture for V6 is going to be more modern, and so it can do more, and optimization most likely, because they will put in more detail. Like, you see the scenes on the beach in GTA 6 for the trailer, and there is literally 5 to 10 times more traffic on the beach than there is in GTA 5. So the world itself, with what's possible, like, look how much traffic is here when the sliders are on full. It does look pretty full, living and breathing. But I think there's just going to be more in GTA 6. Not like more traffic, but more things going on. There's obviously going to be more people, you know, and I bet, you know, everybody you're going to be able to talk to, have a conversation with, have an interaction with. There's going to be more interactions, definitely. Like, I think there's something like 50 odd random events in this game. I reckon it's going to go into the hundreds, because if you look at San Andreas compared to V5, there's actually like well more, you know, interactions or random events in this game than there were in San Andreas, and I think that's exactly the same MO that is going to happen in V6. Like, everything's getting ramped up. Even like the obviously you've got your wheel here. You know, I believe, you know, this looks very similar to Red Dead Redemption 2, and I know this has had an upgrade. And I think how Red Dead Redemption 2's inventory is done is probably going to be very similar to how GTA 6 is going to do the inventory, but again, more refined again. Like, look at this lighting here. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Like, I think GTA 5 looks really good for the enhanced edition. It's had a nice facelift, a new lease of life, and it looks really good, but I don't think this is anything compared to what GTA 6 will look like. Like, forget all the effects, the lighting, the reflections and all that. That's going to be, I think, similar in GTA 6, but just more refined and better looking. But the actual, like, if we look at this street in GTA 6, I think it's just going to be a night and day comparison to what it'll look like visually. But everything I'm talking about so far is just visual comparisons. Like, the actual gameplay, I think, is going to change. Like, how you do missions and how you get missions, how you make contact with communication. Obviously, we have a phone here if you want communication. I think that's going to be you know, increased as well, because at the end of the day, this is a smartphone. This has loads of apps on it as well, and you can go on the internet, and I just think the phone in GTA 6 is going to be able to do more, I believe. I don't know, I mean, you can take pictures in this one, can't you? You go into picture mode and snap a picture, but you can't take video. Like, there's no video ability in this. These are pictures only. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to be able to take video, upload it to your own little social network, and have your own following. Like, if you look at real life of the time when these games come out, they do tend to mirror real life. So this game really did mirror, like, the social aspect of life back in 2013, as did San Andreas, as did Vice City, putting it in the context of the story that they do. So I do think there's going to be definitely an aspect of modern life in GTA 6, you know. I think it's really going to be a big difference, big change than what we have here, you know. Man, you got filters on this, look at that. Ooh, LA Noir. Look at this is pretty cool. Instagram filters, basically. Yeah.
I know, but I've only got a weenie. It's too small.
Well, mate, we all can't be well endowed.
Great, I'll give you a 16th for this.
Hey, he looks like James Caan a bit. So yeah, my predictions for what GTA 6 will do is just like Obviously, I can't say for definite, you know, so it's all speculation and all guesswork. But obviously, if you look at the basic stuff, you know, vehicles, cars, there's going to be more of them, because although San Andreas actually has got more vehicles in it than GTA 5, if you know, I've got the guidebooks here and I'm looking through them, and there's more vehicles in San Andreas than there is in number 5. It's just that they're more detailed in number 5 than there are in San Andreas, and I think that's probably going to be like the same for GTA 6. There's going to be more vehicles for sure, and they're going to be more detailed. It's like taking everything that you've seen before, putting it in, and then changing or refining, and then times it by 3 is every single GTA game. You know, taking what they've done before, putting it into the new current game, and then refining every aspect, and then timesing it by 3 seems to be what they tend to do. If you look at GTA 3 and then Vice City, there was more to do and it was more refined. And then you look at number 4, it went, you know, in HD, and it just increased its level of fidelity. And then number 5 just like literally expanded that and increased it again. And I think that that's exactly what's going to happen with number 6. It's just going to increase and expand, and going to have more of what we've got here, but better, more refined, and, you know, new features as well. Like, I think there's going to be new features. Like in this, like, I think you've always had property, being able to buy property since Vice City, but I think, you know, it's going to be on another level in GTA 6. Obviously, animations here, character models, they're all going to get an update. We've seen it in the trailer, and I think the trailer is a good sort of idea of what to expect. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with these animations, although they are a little bit jerky. I think there's going to be more subtleness in the animations, more fidelity. The faces, you know, like, I think are going to look better. Like, again, from what we've seen in the trailer, they already do. But I think it's going to look exponentially a lot better, you know. So I think the jobs that you can do as well, like here, you can do taxi driving. I think you can do picking up the rubbish as well. There's like so many jobs that you can have in number 5. I think again they're going to increase that and ramp it up. Like, I don't know if the map is known for sure or has been leaked, but the difference between 5 and 4, you know, looking at it, obviously completely blown map that was like 5 times bigger than number 4, but also about 3 times bigger than San Andreas. But I think number 6 is literally going to be like stitching all the maps together into one giant continent. Like, I do feel it's going to be huge, the map. I need to get home actually, because I've got to save the game. I really think it's going to be massive. And that's why I think flying planes is going to be mega important for getting around, because driving will probably take you like 3 hours or something to drive from one end of the map to another. It's just gonna be, yeah. And obviously optimized. Like, I think this is a very well optimized game. I've got a 3090 Ti and I have no problems maintaining 60 FPS everywhere I go in this game, which is smooth enough for me, for the controllers, for everything I need. Where do I live? I live this way. Where am I going? You know, it's never a problem maintaining 60 FPS when, like I've shown in previous videos, you optimize your system, you optimize the game settings. Let me get across this road. You only turn on what you need, you know. I've got everything maxed out, but I think number 6 is going to be, again, there's way more added, but I think it's also going to be optimized for current, you know, hardware. Like, you're not going to be able to run it, I think, on older hardware, like maybe like a 1080 Ti or something. You know, you're going to need a 30, 40, or 50 series card. But who knows? The specs haven't been released, I think. Again, I don't know anything about GTA 6, but the one thing I do know for sure is I'm so looking forward to it. Like, but I'm not about to run out and buy a PlayStation 5 just to play it. Like, I never got the PlayStation 5. I don't know if I ever will. Consoles are so much more mediocre than PCs. I prefer PC gaming than console gaming. You know, I'm not a snob or anything. I do have a PlayStation 4 and I do play games on it, but you can just achieve so much more and build so much more with a PC over a console. So I don't want to buy the game twice, so I'll wait for the PC version, even if it means waiting a year. I'm happy to watch people on Twitch and YouTube play it for a year, and then I'll get to play it when it comes out. It'll be more refined, it'll be better, and it'll probably have more in it, you know, when it hits the PC. So I am so happy to wait, definitely. But let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen in GTA 6. Like, obviously, it's just going to be basically this times 5, I think, or times 3, you know, and every aspect of the mechanics of the game ramped up. It'll be interesting to see how many missions there are, because there's 69 in GTA 5. But I think the side missions, the random events, the people that you meet, I think that's all going to get ramped up again. Dude, light's red. I think that's all going to get, you know, there's going to be thousands probably of things to do to complete the game. And who knows, they might even include some aspects of AI in it somewhere, you know? Who knows? But let me know what you think in the comments, and tell me, are the features that you want to see most in that game? What are like your most requested features? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. I really appreciate it. And we'll do some more fun GTA 5 stuff in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Blow up a Greyhound track next week.